What's up world, welcome back to Bloody Beast channel. Today I want to talk to you about the crash that's inevitable, that is coming, and everybody's talking about that. It's blowing up the internet, and it's true, it's really coming because every indicator shows historically that this is how every crash starts. It starts with a crazy high inflation, government printing a ton of money, and then is not backed up by anything. People are starting to lose jobs. There's such a high rate of unemployment right now, and for the most part, it's people not even wanting to work because of all the stimulus the government has been giving out. Now the government is raising prices and everything like crazy, increasing the interest rates like insanely high and really quickly. The gas prices are insane, and the salaries are kind of staying low. So eventually the salaries have to come up. They're trying to raise it little by little, but it's just not enough to cover the costs, and so people are feeling really poor. People are feeling that they can't afford basic necessities because they go to the store and things that used to cost $10 are now $20, $25. Gas that used to be $2, $3 a gallon is now $5 or $6 a gallon, and in some states even more than that. So you're feeling poor. The things you could afford before, you no longer can afford, or have to be really careful or limit yourself on what you can buy. And your money in general, let's say you were making a couple thousand a month, 3,000-4,000 a month, you were okay, you were getting by pretty comfortably. And now suddenly this money is barely enough to survive, and you suddenly became a person living paycheck to paycheck. So this all leads to eventually a correction that has to be made no matter what, and sometimes even turns into a depression. Hopefully no depression, only a recession, which is still really bad for a lot of people, but it can also be really good for many people because a lot of people make money in that with those situations. And it's unfortunate that people make money off of other people's misery, but this is the reality. Smarter people always make money during those times, and they do that by having some cash saved up, by being smart, by being prepared, by knowing what to look for when the crash is coming, when the recession is coming. Trying to be really, really frugal with your spendings. I mean, why would you pay $10 for something that's worth $5? And virtually, why would you pay $100 for something that is only worth $50? I don't want to buy a car for $30,000 when I know clearly that this car is not worth $20,000 or $22,000, let's say. I don't want to overpay this much money for something that is not worth that much, especially for a used car. And this kind of thing is just blowing up. Used cars are worth more than new cars because you can get it right there and then instead of waiting for a couple months for a new one to arrive from the factory. But it is actually cheaper to buy from the factory and wait a couple of months, but people don't want to do that. And even that is more expensive than back in the day buying from the factory by a few $1,000s. I refuse to overpay for things, and I have no choice with a lot of it, like food, groceries, the gas, of course. I have no choice, I have to do it. Like, look at what we have become as a nation, as people, everywhere in the world. People get so lazy. We don't want to even make our own coffee. I understand cooking, cooking is a bit more time consuming, a bit longer, takes, more effort, more skill maybe, depending where you want to cook. But I mean, even cracking a couple eggs is healthier and better than going and buying breakfast from McDonald's. Just cracking a couple eggs on a pan is actually faster. You might think, oh, it's gonna take me longer to cook something than it is to go to McDonald's drive-thru. It's not true because it depends what you make. Yeah, if you're gonna cook a 3-course meal, it's gonna take you a few hours. But if you're gonna crack a couple eggs and eat it with bacon or a piece of bread, that's gonna take you less time because you're gonna do everything at home real quick, and you just eliminated all the drive time and all the drive-through time, the wait. So you're gonna be saving a lot of money, you're actually gonna be eating better too. But that's not the point. The point is people are being so lazy that you can't even make your own coffee and you have to rely on Starbucks. And that's why Starbucks is such a great business. And they're so successful because people are so freaking lazy and they can't make their own freaking coffee. And that's what they want. That's what they want to achieve. They want us to be lazy. They want us to stay consumers forever because that's how they're making their money. The big corporations, that is. They're making their money by brainwashing you. When is the last time you went to the movies? I went to the movies recently, and it's always been the case. One thing I noticed is how many more commercials they show you before the movie even starts. They show you 15 minutes of brainwashing. All the junk stuff, candy, drinks, all that kind of stuff, they're just brainwashing. Consume, buy, the popcorn, all that kind of shit. And it's also bad for you Not only you're killing your brain by watching this movie for 2 hours and not learning anything from it, on top of that you're consuming the junk food and making it even worse. But okay, it's once in a while is okay. But they're brainwashing us, and you have to stay woke. You have to remember that you have to be mindful of what you put into your body and into your mind as well, into your brain, because your health depends on how well you eat and how well you take care of your body. Your mental health also depends on what kind of stuff you put in your brain, what stuff you watch and read, and who you interact with. And same thing goes with investing. That's why investing is so important, to learn and educate yourself, because the more you educate yourself on what to invest into, how to invest, how not to invest, the little tricks and cool things about it, the more you learn, the more you will understand the ideas behind it and how to be more successful in it. And all it's gonna do is gonna do good for you. You're not doing it for someone else, you're doing it for you, for yourself, for your family, for your future kids, for your current kids if you have any. It's just gonna make your life so much better. If you want to retire sooner, or even retire comfortably, because remember, the government is gonna give you the bare minimum. Unless you're working a government job, if you're working a regular job, your retirement money is gonna be nothing. If you still have a mortgage by the time you retire, if you bought your first house late, you are not going to be able to make those payments unless you have a really, really strong retirement fund that you have built for yourself over the years while you were working, putting money away and investing in the right way. And this is what my channel is about, teaching you how to invest. Subscribe to the channel, give me a like on this video. Hopefully you got some good tips on that. Be smart with your money and be a smart investor, and I will see you in another video.